What's good? What's good? What's good? Talk some boxing this Sunday morning. Wait for some people to get into the chat. That was a good night of boxing. Almost no, almost no surprises, but it was good, man. It was actually a surprise was that Manny Pacquiao got the knockout. My man Reginald Thompson. What's good, man? What's good? Nazim, what's good? M. Greg, what's happening, man? What's going on, Patrick? How you feeling this morning? Man, I want to talk about this boxing, man. I had an experience, man, that I haven't had in a long time, man. It was Return of the Dead, man. It was The Walking Dead it's The Walking Dead this morning on my page. We got some Pactards. We got some Pactards came back flying at me, man. I was like, God, dog, man. If you say any Manny Pacquiao's anything other than the greatest fighter ever to walk, cats be coming at you about it. Oh man, but it was a good fight, man. Daddy 36 was good, man. Sal, what's happening, man? Broderick Hunter, my man. Ronald Gomez was good. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Ronald Gomez on the grind, man. On the grind. I might I have a chance I might miss a week with this move. So, I'm getting it in. I ain't gonna miss it a week. I'll get into I'll get it done in the middle of the night. Oh man. What's going on, Black Ham TV? But yeah, M. Greg was really interesting fights yesterday. All of them, really. Even the undercards on the Manny Pacquiao fight. I don't know what those dudes' names were. Didn't write them down, but they were some good fights. Hop, what's good, man? Good morning. Good Sunday morning to you as well. Yep, it was a good card, man. Black Ham TV, what's good? He said, get the strap. Lowland Prophet said, what's good for nine? Let's chat. Hey, Expert Genius, what's good, man? How you feeling this morning? Oh, he said, what's up for nine? Horn called Pacquiao out last night. Yeah, dummy. Dummy. He's a dummy. Not you, Expert Genius, obviously. Dummy. I tried to told him. I tried to tell him. Tried to tell him you should have took that rematch, man. Shouldn't have been Mr. Fancy Pants. Should have took that rematch. When he said he wanted to go to Malaysia, whatever, you should have took it. You should have took that rematch and took your to Malaysia for that money. But no, you could have maybe had a chance of beating him, dude. Then you could have had something easy go for your re-up with Bob Arum, and you could be in a good spot. But no, he didn't want to do it. He wanted to get fancy pants, and he got fed to the wolves. That's what you get. That's what you get. I got my video up, man. I was like, man, why isn't this dude taking this fight? You don't get to make Manny Pacquiao go to Australia. Take your ass out there to Malaysia. All these people like, no, it's not serious. There's no money there's no backers for the fights in in Malaysia. It can't happen. I'm like, man, somebody can find some money to make a damn boxing match in Asia. They ain't dumb, dog. Okay, they can make one happen. But I do not feel a lick sorry for Jeff Horn on that one. He should have taken that rematch, man. Instead of trying to act like he had some negotiation cards. Messed around and got fed to the wolves. Got fed to the Nebraska wolf. Got fed to a Cornhusker. Black Luland Prophet said, what's good with you? Okay, yeah, my man, Expert Genius. Yeah, that's crazy. What's morning to you as well, King? What's good with you, Harold Jones? Robert Singleton, Pac-Man versus Bronner or Khan next. Book it. Man, let it be Bronner, man. I know it's gonna be Bronner now since Bronner got beat up in a nightclub by a rapper. He must have got hit on the back of the head or something. I got a hard time believing that dude could actually whoop him just straight up. But you bop him upside the head with a bottle, dizzy him up, you can drag him around. KLC was good. Damian Hendricks was good. Boxing Counter Elite, my man, what's going on? He said Regis Porgray was on fire. It took him a while to adjust, but he pulled it out. Yes, he did. I had Regis Porgray on the channel. His wife, Raquel Porgray, is on the channel. So, we're a supporter of Regis Porgray. Definitely want to see some, would like to see him be able to, I want to see where he's going to be able to use. I mean, he's got good head movement, man. But so I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on with his next fight, man. But congratulations to him. He's going to get in that World Boxing Super Series, which means he's going to get some good fights. He might have to fight out of the country because most of those fights take place in Europe. I think there might have been one or two. I don't think there. I think there might have been one or two in the States, but that's going to be interesting to see if he has to go overseas and fight. Andres Vasquez. Manny, best bet is to get a rematch against Horn, then retire. He's past his prime and he won't be able to handle a new generation of fighters. Yeah, I agree, but I don't think he needs to mess with Horn, man. I don't think there's plenty of better. First of all, Horn needs to sit on that. Like I said, he needs to sit on that for being a smartass and not taking that rematch. I was telling, man, I know I didn't tell him personally, but whole negotiation, I was doing videos like, man, what? First of all, yeah, Manny Pacquiao has a rematch clause, but he doesn't have to. They're like, the rematch has to be in Australia. Like, no, man, it doesn't have to be in Australia. He could not take the rematch at all. You can't make him take a rematch. He said that he wanted it in Asia. Bob Arum was making all kind of lies up. Oh, well, it's about his his schedule was throwing it off. And Manny Pacquiao's like, no, I want to have the fight. I want to have the fight in Asia. If I have the fight in Asia, yeah, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Like, ain't like Manny Pacquiao scared of rematches. That dude has had more than his fair share of rematches. He will do it again. He's had rematches against Eric Morales. I think he had a rematch against Marco Antonio Barrera. He had a rematch against three rematches against Juan Manuel Marquez. Rematches against Timothy Bradley. I mean, dude will do the rematches. But God dog, man, when he did that nonsense about trying to make him go back to Australia like he had some pull, man, and missed out on that money. And then you got fed to the Wolves. Because there's a chance he could pull off I don't think he could beat Manny Pacquiao in a rematch. But if he had gotten the rematch, he could have done a trilogy. That could have been three nice fights for him. Now it's a wrap. Go fight Anthony Mundine, man. That's good. Oh, cool, expert genius. Yeah, because I want to make sure I didn't think that I was calling you dummy. Because I definitely wouldn't do that to you. It's in your name, brother. You a genius. Bronner got beat up by a rapper. Where was I? Missed that. Been working too much. Oh yeah, he got beat up in the Houston. The rumor hit last night during the Pacquiao fight that he got beat up by some dude named Boston George in Houston. I don't keep up with rap music. Fight World TV said, what up for 9? YouTube unsubscribed me from your channel, but I'm back. That's what's up, man. Resubscribe. I appreciate that, man. It's funny, man. I've unsubscribed to a couple channels lately, man, and I still get notifications. Like, I've subscribed, I've unsubscribed. Why am I getting notifications, man? Oh, I know what I'm about to do. Yeah, silence these Yeah, I'm about to block all notifications from ESPN, man. I do not care anything about ESPN notifying me of crap. My man Anthony Griffin in the super chat, man. My man, what's good? How you feeling this morning, man? Oh, Timmy Diamonds, aka Fanon, aka the literary legend. I don't know about that, man, but we working. I got to get some more books, man. I got to start reading again, but I'm on this boxing thing, so we'll get back to that one time when it fits. Yeah, but he got beat up by a cat named Boston. I think it's Boston George, Boston Frank, Boston Beans, something. I don't know. Some dude out there in Houston who he was in a nightclub acting like he could say anything to anybody he wanted to say. And, more than likely he turned his back on somebody and got clipped and drug all through the club. And then his boys just stood by and watched because, I think it's a strip club too. So, who knows what those guys are actually carrying with them in that place. But hey, man, be quiet. Don't start none, won't be none, man. Most times, man. Just be quiet, man. Just shut up. I've been saying, man, it's obvious, man, that dude is, he needed to be careful, man. God dog, man. Stop talking so much. I know that's hard to say as I sit here and talk for an hour and a half, but far be it from me not to be a hypocrite. You know what I mean? DOG, I actually like the fight before Poirier Lopez is nice. Yeah, man, I liked it too. Oh, by the way, I see you did. Was Manny tested for that fight? I have no clue. Yeah, a little extra pop in that punch though. He wasn't Manny Pacquiao of old though. Now he's not letting them hands go like bop 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 bop. He ain't, he wasn't like a machine up in there in that joint. But he did. I like that jab. I like the way he fought, man. He looked better. I'm telling you, man, he looked good. He looked like he had some damn sense up in there. Good job, boo boy. Boo boy. I'm tired of people. Pet peeve of mine, people trying to correct my pronunciation of people with very hard to pronounce names. I don't know if his name's, I call him Boo Boy, and his name might be Boo Boy, and I don't know how to pronounce Boo Boy. I mean, that's what I thought it was. Oh, Lord have mercy. How do I keep getting these dang notifications? Anyway, sorry. Good day to you, Clipper Game. What's good, man? Marlon Sims out there running, huh? What's good, man? He said, I said it yesterday on your video. It wasn't going the distance. What's up, homie? Yay, man. Yeah, you got me. Yes, sir. What's good with you, man? You out there running? I get to Texas, man. I got to start running too, man. You're inspiring an old man to get out there and run, man. Bots Encounter Elite. Yep, that's why I got that, man. He said he was on fire. Khan or Mayweather? Mayweather, man. Let's see the Mayweather fight. Come on out there. Come on out there, Floyd. Put it out there on the line with Manny, man. Let's see. Let's get that mega payday. We can have it in Canada. Oh, we sneak Manny Pacquiao around the tax man. What are they going to do exactly to the dude if he comes into the country? If he owes taxes, oh, they're going to seize his funds. That's what they'll do. Snatch him. Yeah, man, but gotta be somewhere else you can do it. Somewhere else you can do it. Go, have it in hey, I don't know how you can do it if you can't come into the States to make all that money. Hey, Kels C, what's good? How you feeling, man? Also, Damian Hennix, what's going on, man? I want to make sure I didn't miss that. Let me get to the end of this chat. DOG, I'm chilling. DOG 215, I am good, man. I'm having a good morning. Have a good conversation with you guys. Got a lot of work to do today on this moving thing. So I wanted to get, have a good conversation. I might pop a couple videos out real quick, then get to lifting, shoving, and moving, Oh, say hi. Oh, yeah, I said not to sleep on that Kerber girl. Yeah, dog, don't sleep on her, man. That chick can play, man. And you got to remember, man, it's not like boxing. It's rarely, if you play somebody long enough, you're going to beat them. And Kerber's already beat her a couple times, but don't lunch. Serena will get another major, man. That's like a four. That's as long as she's healthy and she keeps playing, she might get another 3. Because Angelique Kerber, even though it's a tough match for Serena, there's no guarantee that it's more likely that Serena will get to the finals than it is Kerber. Because Kerber's got to deal with people like Muguruza, got to deal with Halep and that type. I actually liked the fight before, bro. Okay, I did that. Was good, Don Ron. My man, Anthony Griffin. I'm going to slide down to the end of the chat, man, and come backwards because I want to make sure I get what people are saying. This is a conversation, it's just a conversation between us today, man. So you got to let me know if you got any questions or whatever. Who got touched too much? Not impressed by who? Porgray? Porgray is walking that dude down, man. You hit, dang, that's about 3 of these, huh? Welcome to the Third Coast Sports TV. People pumpkin this Pacquiao win like he beat a top contender or some shit. Hey, man, people going to be happy, man. Brian S., good morning, man. Oh, he had to beat Crawford. Oh, has to beat Crawford or Spence, and I to be impressed. Oh, man, that's a heavy standard, man, for a 40-year-old cat, man, with 60 fights. That's a lot of fights, man. That's a lot of fights on that guy's record, man. He's a Hall of Famer, man. I don't think that I can, at this stage, man, I don't judge. I'm not going to judge Manny Pacquiao or judge Floyd Mayweather if he came back for another fight, something like that. I'm not going to judge those guys on the same standard as I'm not going to judge those guys on the same standard as like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Those guys have their bodies are prime. You know what I mean? But my man got mad. Joseph Valentine, shout out to Joseph Valentine, man. You know you're my dude, man. That I said I thought Terrence Crawford looked fat. Man, Terrence Crawford put on a lot of, I mean, so does Errol Spence. Errol Spence looked big too when I saw this interview he did, man. But just sitting down, maybe it was the shirt, but Terrence Crawford looked big, man. Like he literally lets his weight go in between these fights. KOB Hop said, you block with your face, sooner or later you're gonna be in a collar claiming they pushed you. Well, I agree. He's a Hall of Famer, but his resume is diluted in my eyes, and they can't be judged the same. I mean, his resume is pretty damn good, man. You know, see, this is my thing on it, man. Here you have 8 weight divisions. Here's my thing, and this is not, and it's not a criticism of you, Third Coast. Here, this is my thought on this. You know, a lot of times in boxing, because of the, you know, the mano y mano aspect of it, right? And the fact that people really get attached to one fighter or another fighter, which is, you know, it's part of the sport because it's a one-on-one, you know, it's a one-on-one thing. I think sometimes people are, you know, like real like hesitant to give people that they don't necessarily like or who they rooted against or were put into a circumstance to root against, their you know, really give them their credit, man. And Manny Pacquiao is a beast, man. You know what I mean? What's going on, Somali Pirate? Manny Pacquiao is a beast. But see, here's the thing, and this guy got my train of thought back. And here's the thing, man. A lot of times that happens, man, because people, the fans behind these people want you to say, you know, want you to believe, you know, either somebody's the fucking best, you know, excuse my language, they're either the best cat in the world, the history of the world, or they're a bum. You know, it's like there's no in between. Like you listen to these cats, like the best active. I hear this whole Crawford is weak thing, man. Hey, no, Crawford ain't weak. Oh man, Timmy Diamond said Crawford hangs around Bomac at that Chinese buffet too much. Hey man, dude is big, and I don't care what y'all get mad at me. That dude look big, sitting up there on that TV. I know TV adds some weight, but hey, dude look big, man. I'll get back to my explanation after I try to stay up with these these comments. Fanon, in regards to the Bronner situation, do professional fighters have legal limitations when it comes to defending themselves in the streets? Not if you throw a punch, man. Self-defense is a right. You have the right to self-defense. No, you can't just because you can't just walk up on a boxer and punch them in the face and they can't hit you back. No, you got the right to defend themselves. Was Floyd southpaw or no? Floyd's a orthodox fighter. I wouldn't doubt if he could fight it. You can't just walk up and slap a boxer. You can knock that fuck out you if you got a, excuse my language, man. It's a bad language morning for my language. Yeah, goat or bum, false dichotomy, Hop. Exactly, it's what it is. It's like that's what's going on. Yeah, Sheldon Holmes said for sources say Adrian Brown was on some ape foolishness that night. Yeah, I saw him in a video one time, man, talking about, man, he's swimming or whatever it is. What is it? His waves. They were talking about his waves, but he was saying he was spinning. And dude looked so high. I was like, does that mean you on something? I mean, what does that mean? Somebody told me eventually that was about the waves. I think Trey X told me that meant waves, but I was like, no, that dude looks high, man. I mean, he looks high. And man, he run around and he's a talkative cat anyway, dude. He gonna wind up need to stop, man. Oh, but hey, let me get my point out, then I'll roll back to the chat real quick, man. And I'll go back from the bottom. I'll work the bottom up as fast as I can, man. Hey, except I won't skip Conor Boy. Conor Boy is right here in my face. Fanon, do you think Pacquiao versus Lomachenko can happen? If not, who should Manny fight next? I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think Vasyl Lomachenko is going to go to 140 pounds. And who do I think Manny Pacquiao should fight next? I would like to see. The one I'd really like to see is a rematch with Floyd Mayweather. That's what I would really, really like to see, man. I told y'all Bud was big. Him and Spence walk around the same side. Spence frame is just bigger. No, but see, Expert Genius, what I mean, shout out in the super chat. I mean, he looked fat. All right. I'm big. You know what I mean? I weigh over 240 pounds. Ain't no way in the world I should. You know, he shouldn't be that big, man. He looked like he had a belly. You know, that's just didn't it didn't now I'm sure he can get it off and he'll get the weight off. And that don't say anything about his ability to fight. I know Terrence Crawford is my pound for pound top guy. But when I'm saying he looked big, I'm saying I'm not trying to say I'm trying to say he had a dude look like he had a borderline double chin, man. Like it was like his neck was full, you know. But that could have just been it could have just been the angle, and how he was sitting and the fact that he was, acting like he was stuffing food in his mouth, which made me think that way. I know he was saying that Porgray was food, but it's funny. Anyway, man, I think that's another thing. Back to that other topic. It's like, yeah, it's like, for either Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder and the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence thing, it's like either Terrence Crawford is, he's either weak and Errol Spence Jr. is the truth, or Errol Spence Jr. is a steroid abusing, flat-footed, one-dimensional bum, and Terrence Crawford is the new Sugar Ray Robinson, right? And it's just, I don't think that it has to go that far on either one. I got a guy I think it'll win, but those are two great fighters, man. So same thing with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr., man. Those guys were both great fighters, but the guys that got on my page this morning started talking about how, Mayweather was a this, that, and the other thing, and Manny Pacquiao was the fighter of the decade. And I'm like, hold on, man. How can you say Manny Pacquiao is a fighter of the decade when he lost 4 times in that decade? How does that work? I mean, he lost to Hall of Famers. He lost to Eric Morales. He lost to Juan Manuel Marquez. He lost to Tim Bradley. Might get in. Tim Bradley. He got knocked out as a young fighter too, against some cat out in the Philippines. It's a trivia question to know what that guy's name was. But at the same time, man, he avenged his losses, and he's a Hall of Famer, and the dude can fight. So I'm not saying the dude can't fight. I'm just saying, come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on. Ash kicking in the house. What's good, man? If you guys, hey, I got to get that some sense. I'm gonna buy when we get to Texas, man, and we get our new spot. I'm buying some of those. I think you got some candles, don't you? I think you got some candles, Ash kicking. I think that's what I saw, man, on that commercial, man. So I want to get some of them. My wife does. My wife has like a different likes aromatherapy and stuff like that. So that we got to support you with that. If you guys please support Ash Kicking products, go to ashkicking.com. He's a big supporter of Dante's Boxing Nation on that channel. And so support black business, man. It's important. Really, really important. And if you're a troll, please troll black Ash Kicking products with your money. Buy some products. You jackasses. Anyway, Manny is back on that Tropicana. Yeah, he was robbed. He was robbed by who? What's going on? Who you talking about? Manny Pacquiao was robbed? Oh, by Bradley, he's robbed. But hey, man, shouldn't have been that close, homie. Happens. Shouldn't have been that close. Shouldn't have been that close. That's how that goes. You can't, if he didn't go the distance, he couldn't have got robbed. But he came back and got it and handled his business. I don't think he was robbed personally. I thought it was a good fight. I think that Manny didn't. I don't think Manny was very sharp. Bradley has a history of robberies. Who got robbed? You talking about providing a car for something? Pac was able to juice up for that fight because it was a home fight. Was that it? Hey, man, whatever it is, it worked. If that's the case, it worked, man. It worked. Ash Kicking Project. Oh, my man, I didn't read your comment, Ash Kicking Product. Sorry, man. It said Lubin got the hell beaten out of him. Yes, he did. They got to stop letting guys fight for a title in their second pro fight. Hey, man, that dude might have got ruined. Somebody made some money off that, though. Ash Kicking. That seems like some money. That seems like, all right, we about to throw you, because you got to tell me this cat knows. Spiden, the guy is a runner, coward and a runner, man. Come on, man. You in your feelings, homeboy. I'm just kind of seeing the tone of the comments that you're leaving. Let's lighten it up, man. I'd appreciate it if you would. I don't want to go on in one of those because I feel like something you about to say something that's gonna like. Oh no, I agree with the Bob Arum dude, but he ain't no robber. I mean, Bradley didn't rob him. Would Bob Arum rob him? Yeah. So all right, I was like, I know you about to say something, but hey, I agree with that. I ain't gonna get mad at you with something I agree with. Because Bob Arum will shank you, dude. But yeah, man, they got to stop letting guys fight for a title in their second pro fight. Yeah, that's bananas. And on top of it, man, like, I think somebody might have made some money off that. Because that kid didn't, you had to know that kid didn't look like he was handling, like he was, there was no reason, man. And he fought a guy that looked like he was a weight class above him. Like, how did that work, man? Did they not see how big this dude is? Or they just got poor matchmakers, or were they feeding him to the wolves and somebody made some money? Somebody made a nice little bit of dough off that. James Souza, Floyd's not afraid. The fact he stepped into the ring with Manny proves wrong. Pack keep creeping out like they did. Oh yeah, they're flowing out, man. But I think these are real Manny Pacquiao fans. All right, I think there's a difference between an avid Manny Pacquiao fan, who might just be getting a little carried away, and no. That's the definition. Sorry. There's no difference. But whatever it is, man. Hey, it's your day, man. Okay, Manny guys and the Manny fans, today is your day. You've been suffering. You've been suffering in silence. Come on out, man. Have your day in the sun, man, and enjoy it. Okay. Open up the windows, pour your little sangria in the morning, and be as happy as you need to be today. Because reality will be crashing back down on you next week. At the end of the day, man, Manny Pacquiao is a 40-year-old dude, and he's a Hall of Famer. But his next big victory will probably be president of the Philippines. He need to stay the same distance that is between him and Terrence Crawford right now. Physically, he needs to maintain that distance. He's in the Philippines, and Terrence Crawford is in probably still in New Orleans. I think he's probably in New Orleans, unless I wouldn't think he would have caught a plane last night. He probably was out on the French Quarter last night. So whatever that is, 20-hour flight. That's the distance that Manny Pacquiao needs to maintain in order to keep things going for him. Because there ain't no. Stay away. Stay away. Graver said, man, is a boxing legend, no doubt. Without a doubt, man. When is Floyd going into the Hall of Fame? Probably like a week after they put in a couple promoters. Whenever they decide who the promoters and the media people that go in with him are. I have no clue how that works, man. Do you realize that Bob Arum was in the Nevada State Boxing Hall of Fame before Muhammad Ali was? How did that work? This dude had a belt. This dude was winning belts before Bob Arum was promoting. But Bob Arum somehow made it into the Hall of Fame first. The Boxing Hall of Fame is a sham. The multiple Boxing Hall of Fames, if I remember correctly. Floyd is not the best ever. Sorry, Daniel McCrae. I will not be going with that one. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. He deserved fighter. He definitely deserved fighter of the decade from 2000 to 2010, though. I'll tell you that. I'll go with the best fighter of his era. I'll do that. The best ever or the best, the TBOE, I could go. The best of his era. He need to put an H in there. The best OFE. That makes the acronym real long. TBOHE. Yeah. Best of his era. But that's about the best of that. That's the best he can do, man. All right. Because he would have went up into welterweight with Thomas Hearns, dude. That dude would have got mopped. All right. And that goes both ways, man. There are people that will say that dude, would have been would have been able to beat Sugar Ray Leonard. He'd have been able to beat Thomas Hearns. Man, dude, Thomas Hearns man, Thomas, God dog, Thomas Hearns would have mopped Floyd Mayweather. He's way, way, way too big. Way too big. I don't think Floyd Mayweather probably doesn't even come up to Thomas Hearns' shoulder, man. Hey, Fanon, what's your thoughts on Teofimo Lopez? He need to stay his ass on the ground playing, throwing punches. What's going 78 Sports TV? How you feeling, man? He need to stay his ass on the ground throwing punches. That's what I think. When he did that, I was like, oh, we got a clown. Okay, we got a clown. We got a clown in the house. Will you sit down and throw a punch? I don't like cats like that, man. I'm telling you. That's a bad look. When you start doing stuff like that, number one, it's terrible sportsmanship. Terrible sportsmanship. And it's a personality quirk that's gonna come back to haunt him, dude. But what's going on, Kai Harrison? Buddy's but without a doubt, dude, he's a he's a great talent. And I can see why people would say Teofimo Lopez has the ability to beat could beat a Devin Haney, that he could be the best out of that, class. He looks really big. What's going I'll roll with that. What's going on, Pig Aldrich? How you feeling, man? Yeah, so that's my thought on it, man. I was like, yeah, this dude's a really good. He's got very quick hands. He's very strong. Talented cat, man. And I think he's big. I mean, he looks big, like he's gonna wind up at 140. Short but big, I like to see it, man. I like that. The problem with him is he's with Top Rank, so I don't know who he's gonna be able to fight. Right? So he'll be beating a bunch of cats up. They'll probably feed Ray Beltran to him right after, Ray Beltran loses to Lomachenko, or they'll feed Lomachenko to him a little bit down the road when Lomachenko looks a little bit older. He might get I'm sure they would love a situation where Teofimo Lopez could beat Vasyl Lomachenko. I am sure Top Rank would love that, because then they've got, I don't know where he's from, man. I don't know what that blue and white flag is. I know he's American, but I don't know what the flag that he was holding up. But if he's Spanish speaking and he's in the United States, I'm sure they would love for him to be, become the poster boy of Top Rank. I don't like that jumping in the air, throwing punches stuff, though. I'm telling you, man, that just to me seems like, Lord, it just seems it seems like problems, man. Ron Haskins in the house. What's going? DOG says Lala D. Oh, Fanon stings like a bee verbally. Oh yeah, I'll go on you, dude. I try not to though, man. Especially, come on, man. Don't start nothing. I got a mic, you don't, and I'll be the first to tell you that. Hey, man. Don't start none, won't be none. Pig out at 78. Yeah, that's my man. Let that shit go. Fanon Internet, man. Ronald Finkel said, Fanon International at this stage, Pac would be a great gatekeeper for up and coming fighters. I say let T Bud or Danny Garcia or Porter next. He's not. It's too much. He's too big money to be a gatekeeper. And he's not with Bob Arum, and he ain't coming back with Bob Arum. Now they've sold that up. Bob Arum all Bob Arum did is add, they put it on ESPN Plus. Bob Arum ain't even part of, I don't think Bob Arum is going to be much part of the show, man. So I don't know what's going to go on, man. Yeah. I don't know what's going to go on. I don't think he's a gatekeeper, man. I think he's just kind of off by himself, man. He's not going to feed himself to people, It's clear if that was the case, they would have thrown him in there with Terrence Crawford. Masai, the only person that could beat all the middleweights of Hagler, Sugar, and Hearns is Roy Jones. Yeah, I definitely believe that now. No doubt about it, man. Hey, V versus One Loose Stones. What's good, man? How you feeling? Low bump. I'm gonna try to go back up these chats a little bit. I'm gonna read from the bottom, man, because I definitely want it to be interactive, man. If I skip for some reason because the comments coming in, if for some reason I miss it, what's going on, KQKC boxing, man? Check my man out, man. Got a new channel, man. Give my man a chance. Check him out. Passive students. Hearns outsmarts Charlo and KOs him. Hearns outsmarts Charlo and KOs him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hearns, I mean, Charlo, you're talking about Jermel or Jamal? Jamal might be too big for Hearns. Well, Hearns went all the way up to 175, but I don't know, man. I think the best is yet to come from Jamal Charlo, man. I want to see. I mean, he's learning. He's still a young fighter. We'll see. Pig Alder said Easter versus Garcia. Who you pick? I mean, my money. If I had to put money on it, I'd have to put money on Garcia, man, because he's the safe bet. But I think there's a significant chance that he might get upset because Robert Easter, I think, is a real one. So, I'm going to answer that without answering it. There's a lot of people just think it's easy money for Garcia. I don't think it's easy money for Garcia. And so I'm really interested in the fight, man. And if Garcia beats Easter, then Garcia gets full credit, gets full credit for it. Oh, I answered your question twice. Yeah. So, man, see, like that's the best I can give on that answer. BBG said Charlos are developing fighters. Yeah, yep. They are. Absolutely. Oh, Fanon, who you got in Usyk Gassiev? I got Usyk. Some of these cats don't like me saying it, but I think Usyk's so gassed up that I think he's super gassed up. But it is what it is, man. I take Usyk. Who did you pick with Hart? Did Jesse Hart fight last night? I thought his fight was coming up. I didn't know that Jesse. Is you talking about Jesse Hart? Was Jesse Hart on that undercard? I mean, if it was anybody, I'd have picked Jesse Hart just because I think he's top rank and top rank has mismatches. So you can almost always go with the guy. You always go with the guy that who is favored on the top rank card. You can't. It's got to be tough to make money gambling on a top rank card. V is a Usyk is NIC is Nick, no doubt about it, dog. Yeah, man, that dude is on some. Hey, he's on the good stuff, dude. People telling me that they don't think that. I'm like, God, dog, who is who is juicing? If not him, who is? God, dog, I want to see what somebody. If he ain't juicing, I want to see who ain't. I want to see somebody that is in boxing. God, dog, what's good, JMJ21? I want to be like, God, dog, let's do this, man. Famous Athletic, what's good, man? How you feeling, man? Oh, man, I want to be like, look, man, if this dude ain't juicing, please show me who's juicing. I need to see somebody that's juicing because Lord have mercy, he looks like he's juicing to me. That dude is super vascular, never gets tired, carrying a bunch of muscle and never gets tired, dude. That's the thing that gets me, man. Oh my God, he never gets tired. But he'll unify though, I think, against Gassiev. And I want him to win too, because I want Abel Sanchez to lose. I am an admitted Angel Sanchez hater. Okay. I don't support anything Abel Sanchez does because I think Abel Sanchez is a piece of doo. Crawford versus Mikey Garcia. Crawford beats the brakes off of him. That's a stoppage. And it's ugly too. It's tongue sticking out, slapping him in the mouth, all kind of shit. Man, you see he ain't talking about I want Crawford. He thought I want faking like he won Errol Spence. I said Usyk on that Aaron Pryor. Yeah, dog, give me the black bottle. Nah, he like, give me the black needle, dude. Said Robert Singleton said, "Hey man, for nine, Abel's an ignorant dude. Yeah, I can't deal with him, man. That's why I want Gassiev. That's why I want his fighters to take L's, man. Sorry, I can't support anybody that you're down with, dog. You're bad for my people in the sport, man. And I've got to say that it's like everybody's so, you guys are so you have a gang mentality. You're so nationalistic and it's all blah 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 blah. Okay, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. Okay, I'm not gonna sit there and act like the world's not like how the world is. Abel Sanchez said that black people don't sell, which means he doesn't think black people should be in big fights. That's the conclusion of that. Doo Fable Sanchez. What up, Fanon? Philippines going crazy over Pac's win. They call out Floyd with bullhorns. Yeah. That's what's up. Call him out. Call him out. Come on, Floyd. Bring him out. Bring him out. Dude, somebody got to have that money, dog. Come on now, Floyd. You know you can make that money now. All he needed is a knockout. I said that. I was like, man, this dude gets a knockout. It's going to be on. Because everybody, he's back. He's back until they do him like Ali and Holmes, dog. Okay? They're going to be until he can. You need to stay away from them young boys, dog. Daniel Ray said Tommy Hitman Hearns is a big dude versus Floyd. Why you use him? Oh, you talking about me? I'm just saying that's what people said. They say that. And I'm like, that's crazy. It's crazy. Arrow wins over Hearns. Arrow has a chance to beat Thomas Hearns. He has a chance to beat Thomas Hearns. Manny Mayweather's too little. He's a 135-pound fighter, man. I mean, come on, give the dude, why you giving him his credit for his greatness? Also remember why you giving him credit for his greatness. You're giving him credit because he moved up all those weight classes, which is telling you he's a smaller guy. Dude, no, you do not want. Thomas Hearns is a big man, dude. He's a big man. Fanon, can you explain the type of belt Regis won last night? It's called the WBC Diamond Belt. Also, the WBC Diamond Belt greater than the WBC's belt. Man, look, I don't know. That's just the WBC. It means he's not the WBC champion, and he rests somewhere between being rated and somewhere being rated as the number one and just having some belt. I don't know what that shit means, and I don't waste my time with it. And boxing counter elite. It seems like it's a way that allow people to the functional part of it is it allows people to see a WBC belt in the ring with somebody's picture on it. Right? It's a marketing mechanism for the WBC. That's how I see that it operates. Right? Oh, I'm this champion. No, you're not. You're a top 10, and you get to wear a belt. Right? Because if you think that the guy at the top, they have a champion. Anybody that's not the champion, whatever their the WBC world champion, everybody else is a ranked contender. So that means he might be number one, he might be number two, or whatever, man. It's just a way to crank up money. It means nothing to me. Nothing. Other than, he'll whoop me, but I knew that because he's a professional boxer. Bracy won, my man, in Denzel voice, man. Okay, let me go back. Fanon, Prime Margarito, Prime Mayweather. There is no Prime Margarito, Connor Boyd. A Prime Margarito without his hand wraps gets beat unanimous decision, 12 rounds easy. Margarito's a cheater, man. Margarito is a cheater. If you're talking about Margarito with his hand wraps, then it's Margarito by night, because they're gonna find those hand wraps before he gets in the ring with Mayweather. Because for the first time they got in there with somebody that cared about a fighter, probably, that cared about a fighter, went in there and was like, nah, dude, that's plaster Paris, man. Can't do it. I think that was Nazim Richardson that did that. Like, nah, dude. Which makes me wonder, is like, what was going on with all these other cats that didn't catch him? Did they not watch his gloves? Or are they just, part of the game, That dude, I think he ruined Paul Williams. I think Margarito, that Margarito fight and them plaster gloves had a lot to do with the fact that Paul Williams got knocked out by Sergio Martinez. Because he was damaging him in that fight, and you could watch that fight and see it. Name one relevant fight Margarito won after Mosley. Man, none. Once they find them gloves, it's a wrap. He's a disgrace, man. I guess Manny Pacquiao used some good PEDs. Man, and he fought a slow dude. But hey, man, it's like I said, man, it's their day in the sun today. It's their day in the sun. Floyd ducked Margarito before the hand wraps. He wanted no parts of Margarito. That was back when he was pretty boy. Hey, man, he had the hand wraps, dog. So all that goes into the trash. Okay? All goes into the trash. It goes from Floyd ducked Margarito to Floyd was smart and he didn't have a cheater. He didn't get in the ring with a cheater who would cement hand wraps. I can't give him at that point. Everything he did in his career goes out the window, dude. He didn't duck him. He might have known, for all I know. He might have been like, "Look, man, we all know something's dirty with Margarito. Is he on juice? Is it his wraps? I'm hearing he's got. I hear he got cement hand wraps, man. Oh no, I ain't fighting him. You know, could have been something like that. I don't know. Tony, who was Tony? James Tony was cheating his entire career. I don't know. I know he got caught. I think he got busted later in his career. But hand wraps, juice is one thing. Hand wraps, nah, dude. You can at least lie about. You can lie about some. Oh, I thought it was this or I thought it was that, man. With hand wraps, oh, you didn't think that was cement? What did you didn't notice that shit was hard? You didn't notice that your hand wrap was made of bricks? You know, there's no getting out of that. You know what I mean? Matt Wade, Pacquiao didn't look bad, or was Matisse just bad? I think he was a level above Lucas Matisse, and he looked good. I think Manny looked good. Dude, Manny was boxing. He wasn't rushing it. He wasn't going in there. I mean, he boxed. Maybe it was because I was looking for him to box and hoping that he would box. He did, man. His jab looked good in the early rounds. He was touching that dude up with the jabs. He found out what he needed to do. He found the punch that he's looking for. He set the punch up and he knocked that dude out, man. And he hit him and he cracked him with that little left uppercut, man. He found a different punch for his left hand. Instead of the straight left hand, it was an uppercut. It was a left uppercut right between the gloves. So to me, man, he looks smart. And I liked what the trainers and those guys had said going into the bout. They were like, look, we got multiple things. We got different things we're working on for Lucas Matisse. And if plan A doesn't work, then we're going to make an adjustment. Go to plan B. They talked about adjustments. And you can see with how Lucas Matisse was God, what was he moving? I think he's clearly moving away from the left, hand and trying to walk Manny into a right hand. And Manny was having a hard time landing a clean shot to him with those earmuffs. He adjusted and cracked him. I liked him, man. I thought he looked good, man. But you know, at the same time, of course, Matisse, you know, he's Matisse. How Trex was good. What's going on? I didn't see Trex in the house, man. Trex, you up in here, man? I don't see you. Expert Genius, I see. I don't see Trex though. Oh, Trex, there you go, man. What's good, Trex? Pacquiao didn't look bad, or was Matisse just okay? I did that one. Let me go back. Cheater is a cheater. Yeah, pretty much. Cheater is a cheater. Tony was cheating his entire career. I don't know about that. Experience of the cornerman allowed Margarito to get away. Okay, that's fair. Inexperience of the cornerman allowed Margarito to get away with it. Yeah, man. God dog, man. But you're done. I mean, you can't. It's done. Once he did that, it's like nobody needs to fight him, man. He didn't get credit for beating Cotto, because you saw what happened with Cotto. Cotto beat the brakes off of him as soon as that shit wasn't there. Cotto beat the brakes off that boy. Oh, man, you know what I did like last night, though? Man, I like that Manny Pacquiao mean streak, man. I like that Manny Pacquiao mean streak. Because you know Lucas Matisse, I thought Lucas Matisse hit that dude low with that, trying to catch a little air, hit him with that low blow, try to get him up off of him, man. That dude, Manny came low, was like, okay, yeah, got a little ugly with him. Expert Genius, who wins Ugas or Spence, Porgray or Crawford? Spence, and then I gotta lean with Crawford, man. You know, you put me in a bad spot, man. You put me in a spot because I like Porgray, man, but I gotta, you know, I'd have to obviously I have to go with the number one pound for pound cat, Porgray over, Crawford. But Ugas a waste of a conversation. Ugas is a waste of a conversation. Like, Danny Ugas is like, how in the world did he talk himself up into people giving a fat rat about him fighting Errol Spence? Because he beat Ray Robinson? You know what I mean? It's like, Ugas is a 140 pounder. He's a blown up 140 pounder. And what did it? I can't remember who this dude lost to. I'm not saying he's a Cuban fighter, so clearly, you got to give him the assumption that the dude can box because cats are good. That's what they do. They're good boxers. But Ardani Ugas gonna get the brakes beaten off him, dude. I mean, he lost to Amiri Mom, he lost to Emmanuel Robles, Johnny Garcia. I mean, dude, it's not like this cat is. I mean, who'd he beat for this conversation to be started? He had a unanimous decision over Thomas Delorme. Delorme is a 140 pounder. Was Delorme 140 pounds? Is he 135 pounder? But he lost to Amiri Mom at 140 pounds. Lost to Emmanuel Robles. I don't get it, man. I think people looking for a way to just say, Errol Spence is ducking somebody. But to me, it doesn't make any sense for him to fight him if he's going to be his mandatory. If they're going to order a mandatory, then why not just wait for them to order the mandatory? Because if he fights his mandatory as a voluntary, then they're going to have another mandatory. You know what I mean? It's not like they're going to give him credit for having fought somebody ahead of time and say, oh, well, maybe they will, but I don't see why they would. But no, man, I think he beats the brakes off Ugas, man. And I don't really even care about seeing the fight, man. Tell you the truth. What it is, American Patriot 1776. How you feeling? But me and you gonna go back and forth on this, my man, expert genius. It's all good. I know you rock with Crawford. I'm riding the fence on this though, man, because I gotta tell the truth as I see it anyway. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. is a fight that I want to see. And I don't want anything to get in the way with that. That's why I don't even want to see Mikey Garcia. Like, what? I don't get out of there, Mikey. I don't care. Mikey Garcia fight Lomachenko. God dog. Mikey, go travel to China and get with and fight Manny Pacquiao. See how that goes. He's an independent. He can go to Malaysia. Take your ass over there to Malaysia, and fight Manny Pacquiao. Can't nobody keep you from going to Malaysia and fight Manny Pacquiao. Expert Gene said, I rock with Spence too. I know you do. But here's the thing, man, with my man, this Errol Spence Crawford thing is going to be a very heated argument because they both have the same fan base. they have the same fan base. It's going to be crazy, man. Mikey versus Regis Porgray. Toss him up. Toss him. That's a toss up for me. It's a toss up. Because if I'll put it this way, if he fights like Lipinets did, he fought like he did against Lipinets, Porgray might stop him. I don't think he looked that good against Lipinets. And I don't think he looked that good at 140, which is why that jump to 147 seems so crazy to me. Had her gut nice. What's good? Said what's good for Manny went nowhere, and I think Lucas got serious eye trouble that been spoken on. Hey man, he damn sure we got him now, because that dude got clipped. Ooh Lord, that dude got clipped with that left hand. That just is it a right hand? Was that a right hand? Just that right dude. He got dropped by a right hook. Yeah, he got not dropped by a right hook, and Manny ain't supposed to be able to hit that punch that well with his right hand. Omar Figueroa versus Porgray. Oh wow, great fight, Porgray, but great fight, fight of the year candidate there, Daniel Valdez, between Omar Figueroa and Regis Porgray, but I would take Regis Porgray because I don't think Omar Figueroa is going to box him. And I think Regis Porgray, man, I think that's just feeding right into what Regis Porgray wants to do. It's they're very similar fighters, actually. But God dog, man. Ooh, great fight, though. Great fight. I like Omar Figueroa a lot. I want that dude to get back in the ring pretty soon, man. Mike James Box said, I got Omar in that fight. Fair enough. I can see why people would think that. DeCane Dibs, that was hilarious when Manny dodged dropped him with a right hand, dude, with a right hook. Dropped him with a right hook. Any news on Omar? Last I heard, he got a DUI. He got a DUI. That was what held up him fighting Adrian Bronner and Vargas. So that was back in March. Did that happen in March? Something like that. I can't remember exactly when it was that Adrian Bronner fought Vargas, but it happened in the lead up to that. That was some good news for Adrian Bronner, though. I'll tell you that. Young Deezy, what's good, man? He said, yeah, man, I don't think he can see from that side. Garcia damaged him. Oh, really? Hey, damn, hey, if he can't see from that side, you need to get out of boxing, homie. Because, whoa, he damn sure got dropped like that. Fanon, let Mikey fight Spence. I'm telling you, Spence is going to KO Mikey's ass, and Spence gets paid. Omar takes too many punches. Rigas KOs him. Yeah, that's a good point. Shamzilla, man, with that big money from Philippines. You know I'm messing with you, man. I appreciate it, man. Fanon, bro, keep it trill. When has Pac ever shot jabs, body shots, relentless pressure since Floyd called him out? Also, even without power pellets, Pacquiao is better boxer without Roach. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I told you. I'm like, that's what I said. 100%. 100%. This dude was jabbing. He wasn't just walking around there just doing nothing but, lead left hand, lead left hand, lead left hand. Lead left hand. That dude was setting it up with a jab. That cat was used. I mean, dude, he was not wasting a lot of energy. When he got dude hurt, he didn't jump in the trap. He wasn't jumping in. He wasn't jumping in and jumping out. He's keeping his feet on the ground. It might have been old age, that kept him from doing all that hopping around. But, dude, I liked how he looked a lot better, man. I liked how he looked. I liked how he looked a lot better. And, of course, Lucas Matisse, I still think is a second tier. He's a second tier welterweight. He might be a second tier 140 pounder, right? Dude is definitely, seen his better days. I don't think there's any point in time in Matisse's career that he could have beat him. But still, man, that was easy money, man. That was he made easy work of him, and he looked good doing it. And he didn't need the knockout. He was going to win a decision easy. And it also seemed like he was okay with it. Like he let the knockout come. He did not keep pressing it. Hey, Kenny Bayless also did a good job. He need to go ahead and make sure if he fights again, he needs to keep Kenny Bayless in there, man. He need to keep Kenny Bayless right there because Kenny Bayless didn't allow none of that nonsense. You mother, I don't know what that means, man. But he said Roach lost money last night. Yeah, dude, because people can be like, damn, he look better without you. He looked better without you. And that's what I was like. I thought it was going to be an addition. It's an addition by subtraction. Because Freddie Roach, all he talks about is get the knockout, get the knockout, get the knockout. Oh, this is going to be the fight we get the knockout. No, we're going to get the knockout. Yeah, we're going to put more pressure on him. We're going to throw more punches. We're going to let he's going to let his hands go. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to get another knockout. It's like, dude, come on, man. If you can't get the knockout, you don't have to get the knockout. Win the decision. Win the rounds. Win the rounds. How about that? Win the round first. And if you got an opportunity to hurt him, you can hurt him. And if the opportunity presents itself, you take the opportunity. And that's what happened with there, dude. It's not even like Manny Pacquiao knocked that dude out really being aggressive. He just hit him with some good, clean shots that the dude didn't see coming. Probably because he didn't have no eyeball. Maybe his eyeball was broke like you were saying, but he looked way better, man. Malik Omar says, salute to the super chat. God dang. Yes, sir. You got to love them Filipino pesos. That's my dude, Shamzilla. Hot seat boxing. Let's get 100 likes, y'all. That'd be cool, man. Appreciate it. Ash Kicking said, Freddie, the joke coach Roach, Mayweather Sr. Yes, sir. And it exposed him. That exposed Roach. That exposed him. Header Nice, Gus Fanon, you sharp, bro. You seen that too? Kenny was on point. Yeah, man. He wasn't letting none of that nonsense go. He was like, headbet, headbets, nope. Keep him up, back him up. But by Teofimo Lopez, who was the one that I thought was being dirty though? Cat I thought was being dirty, man. I saw a fight. Was it who was? I'm trying to remember who the cat was that I thought was being. Who I thought was a. I always kind of thought was a dirty fighter. This weekend, man, it's killing me who it was, man. I gotta think. Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Oh no, I was a replay of Jose Escadigi. Escadigi, man. Escadigi is a dirty ass fighter, man. Anyway, I'm sorry. I was thinking I just watched a fight, but now I remember the fight I was watching was Jose Uzcategui. Jose Uzcategui. But that was talking about Khalid Plant. Sorry, man. I had a senior citizens moment. I'm not a senior citizen, but I had a senior citizen moment. It's gonna take us longer to see an undisputed 147 now that Spence has the super belt. Yeah, absolutely, man. He doesn't have the super belt, Young D's. He doesn't have the super belt. He's got the regular belt. He's not the super champion. That is, somebody saw the rumor got spread about that because somebody saw the belt said super. I don't know why the belt said super, but he's the regular. He's not the super. He's the regular champion. He has the same belt that Lucas Matisse won when Lamont Peterson vacated it. Lamont Peterson vacated that belt to fight in December. I think he vacated it maybe in December or something like that, so he could fight Errol Spence Jr. for the IBF championship. And then Lucas Matisse beat Karim, whatever the guy's name is, and he became the regular champ. Yeah, go to the WBA. Thurman is the super champ. And they said it on the broadcast like last night too. Yeah, Keith Thurman is still a super champ for the moment. For the moment. Let me put a big warning sign on that. For the moment. Until the WBA decides to strip Keith Thurman and elevate him, which I wouldn't doubt will be coming next week. That's how they roll, man. They are shady. The WBA is on super shady, dude, right about now, man. I'm telling you. They on super shady right now. Ward, what? Greggy Dunham, Ward versus Gennady Golovkin? Man, Gennady Golovkin will kill Andre Ward, man. All y'all thinking that dude got a shot against Andre Ward are crazy. Expert Genius. Expert Genius said, y'all see how small Sal, Canelo Alvarez, and Anthony Joshua looking now? AJ looking like he's 230, and Canelo look like a big welterweight. Yeah, I have noticed that. And Anthony Joshua coming down off that weight, dude. Come on, man. 260 cut. 260 cut. That's what I was looking at. You 260 cut. God, dog, dude, you can make a lot. I think you can make a lot more money as an offensive lineman, homie. You need to quit boxing and go be a tight end in the NFL, man. Will he make more money? Yeah, they probably do. But they got those. They got those guaranteed contracts, which are anything not unguaranteed contracts. NBA, NFL be ripping up. Man, that's a slave contract over there, them NFL contracts. So he can stick with boxing. But yeah, man. I mean, I've seen it as no more juice. Ward tears. Nah, man. Layla D. Nah, man. Gennady Golovkin all day, man. Gennady Golovkin all day. I'm messing with y'all. I just wanted to see how many people would fall for that. Man, hell no, dude. AJ could have been on a water diet. What, to be cut at 260? How you gonna maintain that type of body weight, man? That's huge. That's huge, man. That's huge. You what? And here, man. Here's the thing. If he's weighing in at 250, right? 6'6", 250, right? Say he's 6'6", 250 ripped. That means he should be the type of guy that's walking around at 280. You know what I mean? He should be walking around at 6'6", 280. For him to be running miles, jumping rope, sweating down, doing all that, dude should be walking around huge. That's huge, man. Say that Layla D. Fernando, I assumed you were mixing up the names. I do that now, but I was trolling, which is what I was doing. I like a good laugh. Because Gennady Golovkin would be done in Oh my God, man. He would be done. Oh wow, that would just be such an ugly whooping. I would love to see it. Ward been wanting to fight GGG at 168. Dude, and he said, man, I'm not even coming down to 168. Forget that dude. And he went on and beat up Kovalev at 175, man. But that Kovalev fight tell you just what will happen if Andre Ward fought Gennady Golovkin. There would be no fight right now. Gennady Golovkin would have got the brakes beaten off of him. And Gennady Golovkin knows it. Daniel Valdez, much love in the super chat, my man. What's good with you, sir? Thank you, sir. Malik Omar said, I think Spence should move up if everyone at 140 is afraid to fight him. I think he should stay right where he is, Malik. I think he should stay right where he is and make him fight him. Because that's what they want. Want him to go up there and, and it's tough for him to go up there now to 150 with 54 because Charlo's there. Not because, he would be afraid to fight, but just because of the relationship dynamic of that. Man, I think he's at the number 2 weight at 147. If he can make that weight, he needs to stay right there, fight who's in front of him, get more experience, keep on going, and eventually these dudes are going to have to fight him, man. I just think he needs to stay right where he is, man. Hop said, I still like GGG. I never know exactly where to lay the scheduling blame on the fighter or on his management, probably both. I think Gennady Golovkin keeps Abel Sanchez in his corner, so I have no time for him. Daniel Valdez, prime Andre Ward versus prime Roy Jones Jr. Probably Roy Jones Jr. because the dude's so athletic. You know what I mean? Because he's so athletic. The fight that I'd like to see in the prime is prime Andre Ward versus Bernard Hopkins. That would be lovely. I think Spence should move up. Everyone, okay, I got that one. I got that one. Dillian White said something about all the mass AJ put on, and they have been fighting since their teens against each other, and AJ just blew up. Yeah, man. And dude, you don't put 30 pounds on of muscle when you're 25. That's the other thing, man. You're 25. You're not 18. You know what I mean? You're not 18. You're not growing anymore. How you grow 20 pounds when you're 25? You're out of puberty, friend. Your height stops. Your height stops when you're 17 years old. Some people, might grow all the way up to 18, 19 years old. Your body's still filling out, up until the time you're about 22, 23 years old. But at 25 to 28, dude, you're not putting on 30 fucking pounds of muscle. Okay, you're not putting on 30 pounds of muscle if you ain't a bodybuilder, and those guys are juicing. Okay, the guys that they're juicing to do that. It's like this dude people think he's still in puberty or something. Dude's a 22 years old, man. If you see a 19-year-old and a 19-year-old sitting there, you're like, oh, dude, this dude's 19 years old. He weighs, 180. Don't be surprised if by the time he's 24 that he's walking around at 200 and 210. But not a guy that's 25, man. At 25, dude, you are there, dude. You are there. You're there. You are not continuing to grow muscle naturally. And he's not even a weightlifter. I mean, I see him doing weightlifting. But God dog, man, it takes whatever, man. I've got to go make coffee. You have a wonderful day. Blessings. Blessings to you as well, man. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I don't think 78 goes on during the weekdays, doesn't he? I should text him. Oh, man. God, dog, head and gut nice. You know what's pissing me off about boxing? All you big dudes that watch boxing. You like the 5th dude who just gave their dimensions and made me feel small, man. Ryan Clark, for now, you going live with 78 tomorrow? Nah, 78 is on Black Fight Fan TV's channel, and I think they go on at 8:45, and I typically go on at 7. So I go on before them, and then people transition over to 78 and Black Fight Fan TV right as I go off. I try to go off either right when they're going on or just a few minutes before, just to let you guys know that they're going on. Because 78 got a great show, man. We got to support 78. Absolutely, man. Free 78, man. And when you guys are on that, and I'm going to do this plug just so y'all know. Oh, Black Fight Fan not going live tomorrow? Oh, I'll ask 78 if he wants to come on. And if they're not doing on that, then I would invite him for sure. But if he's on my channel, I'm going to tell you ahead of time. Y'all need to PayPal that dude. Okay? Hey, man, support that dude's channel, man. Support that dude's channel, man. Support him, man. Why are you heads already trying to push why are talking heads already trying to push Adrian Bronner on Pac-Man? Because they think Pacquiao can knock his ass out. That's what, man. Fanon, you think AJ is juicing? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I'm just saying, got dog, man. How many like Big Baby said? That's what I'm saying. Like, look, man, Big Baby. That's what somebody who should be walking in the ring at 250 looks like when they're not fighting. You know what I mean? They should look like that. Fat. Okay? 6'6", 200. He should be 6'6". His natural weight should be somewhere around 6'6", 280 pounds. If he's training and running and coming in the weigh-in at heavy weight at 255, 260 pounds. That's just what I think, man. That's my take. That's my take on it. Layla D. And Bronner spoke his mind about Pac versus Floyd on Instagram and pissed Pac fans off. Yeah, they just want to see Adrian Bronner beat up, like a lot of people do. Like obviously people in the strip club and, like the people the strip club in Houston want to see. St. Cruz said Dante versus Big Baby Miller. I want to see that one. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Love to see that, man. Scott Lehman, I like to see Ellie versus Malik Scott. Who's Ellie? Y'all got to kill me, man. You're killing me on that one. Ellie versus Malik Scott. Let me know who you're talking about. Elie. Yeah, Big Baby is a prime example. AJ should have looked like that first. Yeah. That's what a dude that big looks like. Big dudes who are that big, man, them cats ain't walking around. They ain't walking around ripped, dog. And you don't lose weight, especially not no African dudes. Come on, man. He Nigerian? No, them cats, them big boys, because they got some big boys in Nigeria now. They got big boys. That ain't down. But the big boys look like Ndamukong Suh. Okay? Ndamukong Suh or Orlando Pace. You remember Orlando Pace? Orlando Pace is somebody that would be walking around that size, that weight going in. If he was ripped, they would be around 260. But Orlando Pace come in, he kept that big body on him, might have weighed 300 pounds. But that's the type of dude that's that big, man. AJ drinks a bottle of Tropicambuterol orange juice. Spiden Bronner is, I don't think he is, man. He got a lot of babies, man. I think he's just probably he's probably just a dope head. I have a suspicion that's what it is, man. I think dude might be just, trying to leave his stress, man, in a pharmaceutical manner. Like many, many people do. But my thing is, don't go get your ass whooped by people. Shut your mouth. Treat people politely. You'd be amazed at how easy it is not to get your ass dragged through a strip club. I mean, hey, man, back in the day, man, I used to go to Ellie Sethback. That's funny. He said, man, I used to walk through strip clubs all the time. Ain't nobody ever hit me in the back of the head and drug me through that mug. You know what I mean? I'm punch free there, dude. It's easy to get your ass whooped, dude, if you really want to. You know what I mean? And likewise, it's easy not to get your ass whooped, dude. Just, excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you. Sometimes people think that shit is like ass kicking or something. Courtesy, ass kissing. Being courteous is not ass kissing. It's just being courteous and making sure somebody doesn't feel irritated by your presence to the extent by which they want to pick up a bottle and bat you on the back of the head, dude. You know what I mean? Dr. Mellow Fellow, Orlando Pace was 6'6" or 6'5", and with that spare tire around his waist, he was well over 300, at least 320, 330. Yeah, But watch here, Mr. Mellow Fellow. How much you think he'd weigh if you got rid of all that offensive lineman girth? Because he was keeping that weight on him for a reason. He didn't. Orlando Pace wasn't. I mean, they ain't fat for no reason. They're trying to give you something. He's a lineman. So what he's trying to do is give these cats something harder to push away. And weight, he's weighs more. So the weight and the strength combine. But if he was a boxer and he needed to train and get down to the point where he had 12% body fat, you know what I mean? How big would Orlando Pace be if he had 12% body fat? Right? He might be 250, 260 ripped. He's not going to be 300 ripped. That was my point, Dr. Mellow Fellow, about that. And Orlando Pace would get fat. He's probably fatter than he's probably fatter than he needed to be because he was an offensive lineman. So he's like, hey, I gotta keep body armor on me. You know what I mean? He's getting run into by cats that are 250 ripped. You know what I mean? He's getting run into running backs that are 230, 240, 5'5", 230, running full speed at him. And this dude is taking him down, laying him out. Well, not him. He's an offensive guy, but you get the point, man. He's getting linebackers. Linebackers are 250, right? 6'4", 6'5", 260, running right at him. And he's got to be able to just, throw him 10, 15 feet in the air. Not in the air, literally, but just be able to just manhandle him. That's why he has all that on him. But guys that are that big, those are the big boys. They tend to get fat. They don't stay ripped. You know what I mean? And if they do get up to that, dude, Oh, said Jimmy J. Smooth. Orlando Pace is a nice guy. Yeah, man. Most really big guys are, man. Because they were taught early. Don't hurt them. Don't hurt them, baby. You too big. Don't hurt them. Make sure you nice to them. They're not going to bother you. If they get mad, whatever. If you mess with them, they might grab you by the neck and throw you somewhere. James who said, I saw my boy Cam Chancellor knock out a 370-pound lineman and he was only 230. I wouldn't doubt it. Loveland Downs together for 9. You right. Have manners is a form of respect. Not being respectful, you can get killed. Yeah, especially with people. Look, man, I'm going to talk about Djokovic. Without a doubt. I told y'all I'm not even watching Djokovic. That's not even a fair fight. That thing is over before it started. That's that equipment allowing cats like what's his face to even be in there, dude. Come on, man. That equipment is allowing some people that, man, that equipment intended to change the game, man. You got a 6'7" dude like Isner or 6'9" like Isner hitting serves, but can't win a point. If he doesn't ace, he's going to lose the point because he can't move. But because he's so big and that equipment is like that, the tennis racket and the strings are like that you just can't get a serve back on the dude. But yeah, Djokovic I told y'all, Djokovic, man, it's over. Why watch? It's done. I thought it was the final yesterday. I was like, Nadal, he beat Nadal. Okay, it's over. It's over. Ain't no way in the world Kevin Anderson's beating Djokovic, man. Ain't no way, dude. He's going to run through him because he can return the serve. He's got a great return to serve. And as soon as the ball's in play, Kevin Anderson's not going to win a point. It means it's going to be hard for him to win a point because Djokovic is just too good an athlete. I don't even need to watch that, dude. You mother pansit, dude. That's funny. I don't know how they do that, man. They got drug testing over there, but they obviously they do because Luis Nery got popped. Luis Nery got popped, and he was in Mexico fighting in Japan, I think, against Yamanaka. So yeah, they can follow you. Got to pay for it though. Let me see. No Vada at Pac. No Vada versus Pac, and that's the WBA, so it shouldn't be Vada anyway. That would be USADA or whoever the WBA testing protocol is. That's USADA. People keep saying like with the whole thing with Errol Spence Jr. and why is he in the WBC clean boxing program? Because he's fighting for the IBF. That's why. It says people when you're looking for stuff, dude. It says WBA clean boxing program. You see, it says WBC. You know he's the IBF champion. Why would he be? And IBF has their testing. Why would he be taking the WBC's testing when he's taking IBF's testing and he's the IBF champion? Why would you do that? You know, I was even like, and you're never gonna hear me complain about Anthony Joshua not being on the WBC's clean boxing program. He's a WBO, IBF, and WBA champ. King, what's good, brother Fernando fan? What's good with you, man? I'm chilling, man. Yeah, Gravis said, yeah, the finals went 6 hours and 50 minutes. That's because that last set, because it's whoever breaks who serve first, and nobody's going to return a serve on either one of those guys because they both suck. You know, they both got terrible not terrible, but they're too tall, you know, to really be able to move laterally very well. So it's just a big serve fest. But then they get in there with Roger Federer or Nadal or Djokovic, or a guy like Brown, you know, the guy, what's his name, from the Jamaican from Germany, who are tall enough and good enough to return a serve to break their serve once. And as soon as they break their serve, it's a wrap because they can't win a point. Said Lucas looked like he didn't want to be in there. Oh, yeah, he got that eye busted up. He didn't want to be in there. Yeah, what's good, D-Style Boxing? How you feeling, my man? I got to see you in the blue. Hey, I'm not trying to give you a job, D-Style Boxing. I just want to make sure I see your comments in blue when you come up. Sonny Justice Bay in the house. What's good, man? Dustin Brown. Yeah, Dustin Brown. Because Dustin Brown beats those type of guys because Dustin Brown, number one, he's 6'4", and he can return their serve, and he's got that funny game, those slices and stuff that make those big dudes bend down low and have to move. You know what I mean? So that's why he beats those guys. But other than that, man, if they didn't have the equipment that they had right now, them tall people would have a hell of a lot harder time playing. Muguruza, Sharapova, all those, they would all have a lot harder time playing somebody like Simona Halep or somebody like that. Or Serena, because Serena's 5'9". She's like 5'8", 5'9", so she could move. They'd have a hard time with her too. Or Venus, because Venus can move to be that damn tall. Postal ruined Matisse's face. Hey, man, something did. Stop taking them punches to the mouth, man. Did Anderson beat Federer? He might have. I think he did beat Federer. Federer is like 40. So, you know, it'll be ups and downs with him at this point. But those dudes in a big match, Anderson ain't gonna beat Djokovic. What's the score? What's the score? I don't even watch, man, blowouts, fights. I mean, things that I have no chance of winning, dude. Nah. And fights and things that I've seen a million times. Oh, yeah, he's done. 6'2", 6'2". It's a wrap. And it's probably on serve. Is it on serve? It's on serve. It's definitely a wrap. Because all you got to wait is for Djokovic to break him. It's a wrap. It was a wrap yesterday, man. Trying to tell you. Y'all want to do tennis bet? Hey, I will consult with you on tennis betting. Okay? Because I don't gamble, dog, but seriously, man, nah. That shit is a waste of time watching that thing this morning. That's why I'm talking about Pacquiao. Love Down Gatherer said, Fanon, that's like working for one company but going to another. Rule WBC versus WBA, Anderson getting killed. Yeah, Anderson's gonna be done. It was done. It was done yesterday. It was done. That was the final yesterday. Just like people thought Serena was gonna win. I'm like, nah, man. Hit the brakes on that one, dude. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes. She could, but her serve is gonna have to be popping. And her serve wasn't popping. Once she started hitting all those second serves, that was gonna be tough. She just wasn't sharp. You know, she just wasn't sharp. She needs to be at her physical peak to deal with Kerber. Because Kerber ain't gonna give you any points, man. Anyway, let me see. The Pacquiao I saw last night, Lomachenko better stay away from him. Yeah, what's going on, Deion Washington? Yeah, man, that's a good thing, man. I think, I don't think he's gonna fight him anyway, because that's 140, man. You know, they'd have to fight at 140. I think Manny Pacquiao probably could make 140 though, seeing he ate like a table worth of food before the weigh-in. But I don't think Lomachenko's going to want to come up there. And I don't think that Bob Arum's going to want to throw him out there like that. That'd be an interesting fight, though. I'd love to see it. I'd like to see Manny Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia. Like, let those little guys go down there. I know that people think, I think Spence is going to beat the brakes off Mikey Garcia, man, but it's more like, why? I think that I so much think he's going to beat the brakes off Mikey Garcia that I don't even care to see the fight. I want to see Mikey Garcia in a fight that I think that he has a chance to lose. I mean, there's a chance that there's some question about the outcome is a better way to say that, man. You know, and he can prove his greatness, but, you know, hey, man, if you get in there and get beat by somebody you don't have any business of beating, there ain't no, you know, there's no shame in that. I don't want to see him in a fight where he ain't gotten, when there's no chance for shame. You know, don't duck shame, homie. Get in there with Lomachenko. You beat Lomachenko, cool. And then there's like people, you know, we don't know if he can make the fight. Ask for the fight. Ask for the fight so much that they got to make the fight. Right? If you're not asking for it and you're just saying, oh, you know, I don't know if he'll make it, so I just want to move on because at the end he's not going to make the fight. I'm not buying that, man. That's like that line that Teddy Atlas used to use about heavyweights, you know, hugging each other. It's like there's silent consent. You don't punch, I won't punch. You know, it's like silent consent with him and Bob Arum. If you don't call for the fight, I won't make the fight. If you don't call for it, I won't make it because I don't want to have it and you don't want to have it. The only one that really wants it is Lomachenko. But if you don't call for it, then there's no pressure for it. You know, it's whatever, man. They got a silent. Don't do the silent agreement with Bob Arum, where if you because you know he doesn't want to make it, you don't say that you want it. So therefore, he has no pressure to make it. Put some pressure on, dude. And if they don't make it, then it looks like Lomachenko's ducking, and you can then go on about your business. But right now, it looked like you ducking. Lomachenko should fight the winner of Garcia and Easter. Absolutely. He's probably going to fight Beltran versus actually, I wouldn't mind if Garcia. Oh, yeah. He's more than likely he's going to fight Beltran first. The Beltran Jose Pedraza winner, which I think will probably be Jose Pedraza. Because I'm not big on Ray Beltran at all, and I think Ray Beltran lost that fight to Moses. Roach should retire. Yeah, I think Roach is semi-retired now, man. Because that was an embarrassing victory for Freddie Roach. That's an embarrassing victory, dude. You know, when somebody leaves you and looks better with your chief second, you know, it's like, we don't need him, dude. That's what boy, however you say the name. I don't know how you say his name. That's probably what Boo Boy said. Like, we don't need him, man. We know what he's gonna say. We know the same. We've been to the training camp for 20 years. God dog. People are like, oh, he's gonna look, you know, you leave your longtime trainer, you need him. They've been 15 years. What can a dude teach you in 15? If he ain't taught you it in 15 years, it's too late. Okay? If it takes you if this dude, Freddie Roach, still knows more about the strategy that he's teaching Manny Pacquiao than Manny Pacquiao does after 15 years, Freddie Roach is a terrible teacher. Okay? Oh, her game says Serena had 26 unforced errors. No way she wins. Yeah, she's not sharp. But here's the thing, man. Those her game, just so you know, those unforced errors, man, I don't know necessarily the lot of that is the pressure of knowing that she's really got to get close to the line, or she really has to hit something special because Kerber is going to get it back. You know what I mean? If you know somebody's going to get it back, it forces you to do that little bit more. So I don't think the unforced error in that regard with Serena, I think that those were forced unforced errors. If you get my meaning, because Kerber gets everything back. She's so fast, her footwork is so good because she's got the best footwork in all of tennis. In my opinion, Kerber has the best footwork in tennis. So you know that if you don't hit a winner, it's coming back. And even if what you hit usually against one person is a winner, it's not a winner against her. You got to hit 2 or 3 more balls. So it forced Serena to try to hit better shots. And that forced the unforced error, if that makes sense. A forced error is when she hits such a good shot that you managed to get your racket on her, but there was no way that you could get the ball back. Just to explain that. That was Kerber. That was Kerber. I mean, that was Kerber that beat her. Now, if her first serve is on and she can put pressure on Kerber, that changes the dynamic on Kerber, because then Kerber knows that she can't miss. But when Serena's serve isn't popping, right? Serena's serve isn't popping, and she doesn't have to worry about, Serena just going, 15, 40, 30 game, 15, 40, 30, oh, excuse me, 15, 15, 30, 40 game, 15, 30, 40 game, 15, 30, 40 game. When you don't have to worry about that and she's got all that pressure on winning her serve, that changes it. It changes it. But anyway, man, it is what it is. Crawford beats Manny, but I think Manny beats Lomo at 147. Lomo too small for 147. Yeah, James Sousa, no doubt about it. He can't fight that small, man. He can't. He's not that big, and I don't think he's gonna go that big. He looked small versus Linares, and Linares dropped him. Not coincidental, I do believe. The first time he was in there with a guy that looked like he was noticeably bigger than him. What's the second time? The first time he fought somebody that looked like he was bigger than him was Orlando Salido, and Orlando Salido beat him. The second time he was in there with somebody that looked noticeably bigger than him, he got dropped. So, maybe they won't make that fight with Lomachenko, but at least Mikey need to call for it. Dr. Mello fellow, well, Ryan, okay, I'll take that bet. That's not me. Did you guys gambling in the thing, dog? Lomo versus James, who said F&on facts, man. I appreciate that, man. Lomo versus Pac at 138-pound catch weight. I don't think Manny Pacquiao should be drained for that. I think they should do a 144. If there was a real negotiation and I was Manny Pacquiao, I'd move him up to 144. Like, nah, I can do 144. I ain't doing 138. That's almost 10 pounds less than I came in my last fight. No need to do that, dude. No need to do that. We're just gonna go on ahead and make you deal with this weight. I'm gonna be nice and comfortable. Come on out here to Hong Kong and let's have it in Hong Kong. Let's have it in Japan, man. They'll pay some big money in Japan. And I ain't got to worry about getting taxed. Lomo hit the wall at Linares. I don't see him going any higher weight. Yeah, I agree with that. Nazim the Dream. In tennis, if you have good defense and that person has good feet, it makes it hard to play them. You're going for much harder shots than normally easy. Absolutely. That's the thing with Kerber. That's why, it's like, it's tough. Aaron Ross, go get them belts. No shame. Beltran looked like a rookie against Bud. I think Pac didn't want to get embarrassed. Boxing getting good again. Yep, that does add. I gotta say, man, that does add a lot of It really does add a lot. Manny Pacquiao winning adds a great conversation to boxing. It really does, man. And I hope he does well for nothing other than this. Man, that's a global star in Manny Pacquiao. Not certain other cornballs who just want to stay up in the UK and act like, steroid-induced underwear models and claim that they're the greatest, that they're this and that and the other. Says, speaking of taxes, I heard Cali sucks to fight in. Oh, California, I wouldn't doubt it. Most of the blue states will suck as far as taxes go. Blue states suck as far as you paying taxes. Red states suck as far as you guys getting your medical marijuana. So it's a catch-22. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, Cali tax is high. So, love down gather for 9 with Roach. I thought Manny didn't have a jab. With Roach, Manny didn't throw no body shots. He didn't show Manny nothing new. Leonard left Dundee at the end of his career. Also, Roach talked too negative. Yeah, man, kick rocks, dog, on Roach. Kick Roach. Joke Coach Roach. Gotta go, dog. Joke Coach Roach. Oh, Sonny Bay said blew all the way then. Hey, man, it's a catch 22, homie. It's catch 22, man. They catch it going or coming. You know what I mean? Much love in the super chat. Jerry Alexander said, morning for nine. Just enjoying the stream, man. I appreciate you, man. You know, we talking boxing. I don't see anybody else live, man. Somebody, like, I don't see 70. Oh, 78 can't. His live is not on, man. I should let that dude do it live on my channel today. See if he wants to do one. And I'll check him tomorrow. Let him know. 78, if you listen, let me know, man. If Black Fight Fan TV can't go live with you tomorrow, man, you can have my channel for it. Blue all the way. All day then. Marquez almost 45. No, yeah, I'd love to see it though, man. That would be great, man. You know what I watch? I watch a lot of the Big Three tournament. I'm loving the big three tournament, man. Oh, Cedric Rogers said in Florida, no state income tax is winning. Yeah. Texas, no, for sure, man. I'm with that on Texas. He says St. Cruz and UN78, a great team. Yeah, man. Hey, 78, 78 TV is a great channel, man. It's a great dude. Marquez not on Juice. Hey, man, Marquez, that's what I was going to say about the Big Three. Like, man, I'm big on the Big Three because I get to see all these old basketball players that I don't get to see any other way. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf is tearing them young boys a new one. And I'm trying to tell them, like, look, that keeps it now where I don't have to tell people how great that dude is because he's taking, man, that boy was dogging Nate Robinson, and Nate Robinson could play in the league right now. Oh, say, yeah, Mahmoud looking like he back at LSU in the Big Three because that dude's fundamentals are so sound. His fundamentals are so sound, dog. He's not as quick as he used to be. I mean, I can see that he's not as quick as he used to be, dude, but that jump shot, dog. Oh, Sonny, is that back on? Yeah, man, I'm checking the highlights out. I don't see where it looks like they're filling up places, man. They got a lot of seats sold for that thing, man. So they're making some good money. I'm happy for that, man, because I get to see these cats. Dr. J is coaching. Hurt game. Serena could finish at the net. Oh, couldn't finish at the net. Drove me crazy. Yeah, she's just a little bit off, man. But when you're off and you can make it to the finals of Wimbledon, come on, man. You a baller. Yeah. Said Mark Mood was smooth. Yeah, dude. Jump shot still butter. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, dude, if you ain't right on him, he don't care. Money. Money. Them boys he's giving Nate Robinson all the business he can handle. It couldn't guard him. You got to double team him, dude. And he's 50. He's almost 50. And you damn near got to double team that dude every time. Those cats are in their 30s, Those cats are in their 30s, so it's not like they're, he's playing, 22-year-olds. There's a big difference, but it is what it is, man. Suave House Boxing. Mayweather versus Spence. Thurman Crawford is way better if he returns for undisputed. Mayweather versus Spence. Thurman and Crawford is way better. It is better, but Mayweather's gonna get beat up, dude. I don't mind the Legends fight. The one thing that I miss about the NBA is when they went away from the Legends game. The Legends game actually opened up the Big Three because that's what that is. That's the Legends game. Back, you used to be able to watch those NBA games and you could see the retired players running up and down the court. Till I think, what's his name? One of those guys tore their knees up and all that stuff because they were out of shape playing full court. I wouldn't be surprised if they screw over the Big Three, though, dude. Try to do that on All-Star Weekend. They need to do a collaboration with it, though. The Big Three need to do a collaboration with the NBA for All-Star Weekend and have these cats play that format. And don't get sued, but give pub to the Big Three. I'm a Pac-Man fan. Just let me. But LM just seemed to be fighting scared. Oh, Lucas Matisse. Bo won in the super chat. What's good, man? Yeah, I'm a Manny Pacquiao fight too. He was scared, dude. He got rocked. He didn't start off. Like that. He was just getting rocked. You know what I mean? That dude was getting rocked. And when he got rocked, he's like, whoa, he's getting dropped by one shot. One shot. I mean, it's not like and that's not even really like Manny Pacquiao. Now that I think about it, Manny Pacquiao was more like an accumulation of beating a dude up, right? Hitting him here. Dude, he was dropping Lucas Matisse with single shots. Just boop, go down. Boop, go down. Crazy. Hey man, much love in the super chat, my man. Bo one. Gary Alexander said, Fanon, I was at the Big Three. They just had in Detroit on Friday. It was a great show, and Abdul Rauf was definitely giving them that work. Yeah, man. I've been trying to tell my son, man, watch this kid, watch this dude, watch this dude, watch him, watch how he plays, because he's just so smart, man. And that jumper is just so effortless. It's just so just boop. You ain't on him, boop, you're done. And I'm glad to see him get his shine, man, because he deserves that shine, dog. And people were like, oh, what that wild comparisons. I remember some article said that Phil Jackson's comparison between Mahmoud and Stephen Curry was a wild comparison. Like, you're out your mind if you think that's a wild comparison. You must not know who that dude is. But Fanon, I believe that was David Thompson. Oh, yeah, David Thompson. Yep, David Thompson tore his shit up, man. Yep, I'm like, that is not a wild comparison between Mahmoud and Stephen Curry. Not at all. Only thing is that Stephen Curry is more wild. And you can't hand check Steph. You can't hand check Steph Curry. Mahmoud isn't an Alabama native. He's a Mississippi. He's Mississippi, Dion. He's Mississippi. Gulfport, Mississippi, or somewhere close to Gulfport. And maybe he was born in Alabama, but he was raised in Mississippi. Love Down Gatherer Fanon Abdul got that back, got blackball because of the national anthem. Absolutely, man. And he was in the year that happened, he was tearing fools up. He started tearing fools up. That's why he got the most improved player, because he lost all that weight. He just lost weight. Once he lost weight because he had a difficult rookie year, I think he might have dropped 25 pounds. It looked like he dropped 20 pounds in between his rookie and his rookie and his second year, because people said, oh, in the NBA you gotta gain weight, you gotta get stronger. So he gained weight and it slowed him down. When he lost that weight, them boys could not stay anywhere near him, dude. For real, that dude could not, man. God dog. Oh, said Junior True. Rauf is the exact example of why I don't argue with these boys about the new game versus the old. Hey, man, them dudes, man, Mahmoud is a special player, man. Mahmoud is, and honestly, man, I don't think, other than the range and maybe the range, because quite honestly, man, Mahmoud is not going to shoot 40-foot jumpers. He's not going to play on a team where he's going to do that. But Rauf gave Stockton 51. He put that money on Jordan too. Man, that boy can't. Said Curry for 3. Yeah, Curry for 3, dude. But seriously, man, Mahmoud, I'll put it this way, I would take Mahmoud in a shooting. I would put my money, if you give me odds on a shooting contest between Mahmoud Abdul Rauf and Stephen Curry, I'll put my money on Mahmoud. Definitely on a free throw shooting contest, definitely from a mid-range jump shot contest, and a three-point shooting contest. Because Mahmoud gets clicked. I'm telling you, Mahmoud can shoot, man. That dude, I heard that Mahmoud, because I've seen in, on the internet, obviously, Curry lose three-point shooting contests to other cats. What I'm telling you what this is, and I think them NBA rims are soft. All right, I'm going to tell you flat, I think those NBA rims are soft. I think that they loosen them damn rims up so those shots fall. That's just my belief, because I think that just like, people deflating balls, I think they got them rims nice and soft, dog. So if it's any rim, it's going to go in, it's going to roll around and go in. So they got them soft ass NBA rims, because it used to be that the rims, some places were harder to shoot in because of the rims. I think they standardized those rims, and those fall with them real soft giving rims now that the shot drops. But that said, I'll take Mahmoud, because Mahmoud, I heard from this cat Spider, who used to play with had a couple cups of coffee in the pros, and he played anyway, he said he was with Mahmoud. He's like, yeah, I worked out with Mahmoud. Mahmoud's a trainer in here. He's like, man, when he tried out for the league on a team Mahmoud was on, he said he saw Mahmoud in practice hit 33-point shots in a row, and the ball never touched the rim. 33s, 30 NBA threes in a row, and the ball never touched the rim. This cat has the highest, he had the highest free throw percentage. Dude's automatic, dog. So let me put it this way, dog. If no, nah, I'll put my money on him. Y'all can have Steph. You know what I mean? Have Steph. You can take him in a shooting contest. For now, Manny done. They just letting him look good. What you think a regular title? The king, man. Yeah, I mean, he made himself look good, man. That wasn't an easy. I mean, it's a retirement party, man, and I don't have any problem with him having a retirement a retirement party, man. I'm okay. I am pro retirement parties, man. No, Pacquiao never worked with Mimo Heredia. Manny Pacquiao worked with Alex Ariza. It was Juan Manuel Marquez that worked with Mimo Heredia. Fanon, the and one spider. Yep, the and one spider. Yes, sir. Him. Man, that dude. Woo-wee. The kids that some of the kids that we support with the with this channel, the super chats from this channel, were at a camp, and he was one of the coaches at the camp. So we chopped it up, and he's talking about the pros, why he didn't play in the pros, how he's making more money in and one than he would have been, playing in like the secondary teams for the league and all that. And he's just like, man, I was just making so much money. We were selling T-shirts, doing all that stuff. So anyway, that's why he didn't play. But he talked about Mahmoud, and he was like, man, look, that dude's on something else, man. That is, his face changed. I said, man, have you ever played with Mahmoud? He's like, yeah. Because he would talk about other cats. He'd be talking about, other dudes in the league. Like, this dude is good. These cats, he's like, the big thing about the league, the NBA is like, man, these guys are so big and they're strong. They're big and they're strong. And cats wanted him to play point, but really he was a 2. But you just go into the league and these guys are so big. And I asked him, I was like, what about Mahmoud? And he's like, man, Mahmoud's really about, Mahmoud's not that big. He's stocky. He's a strong guy. But he's like, man, that's just a different level, man. He said Mahmoud's a different level. Broderick for 9. I met him in person here when they were on the tour in Chicago. The dude is 6 feet and wide as 3 people and could jump out of the gym. Are you talking about Spider? Yeah, Spider, I don't think Spider's quite 6 feet. I think Spider might be like, I'd put him maybe like 5'10", something like that. I don't think he's quite 6 feet. Because he's significantly shorter than me. But he's like, yeah, dog, he can jump. And I asked him, I'm like, what did you do for those hops? He's like, nothing. It's just me. Say, did you do anything? Work out? What'd you do? He's like, nah, it's just me. I can jump. It's just I was born with it. I don't know why I can jump like this. I just always could jump. Easy money. Like, dang. James Souza, and you again making a theory, nothing more. 1 and 0 drug test failed. Jesse Garcia had more acne on his back than Marquez. Okay, you guys are on some PED contest. Not contest, conversation. DJ Yo, what's good, man? I think I'm going to roll, though, man. Pretty quick, man. I've been on this, I'm about an hour and a half, so I appreciate everybody coming to the stream, man. Much love. I appreciate you. Yeah, Spider got Rise for sure. Hey, y'all, I might come back a little later today. Man. I like doing these live streams. And, check me out if I did. I'm going to have to block this troll, man. God, dog, please leave me alone with this nonsense. About 5'10", actually. Yeah. About there. Yeah, I would go with that. If you said 5'10", I would say, okay, cool, 5'10", because he was noticeably shorter than me, and he's big. I mean, he's a strong dude for sure. Said fun chat as usual. I appreciate that, man. Djokovic is in trouble. Djokovic can't be in trouble, dude. He's up 2 sets. He can't. He only need 1 more. Ain't no trouble. Let me go to ESPN real quick. He might drop a set. He ain't losing. Let's go. Tennis. Nah, he ain't losing. He ain't losing. Don't worry, dog. He got 2 sets. He got 2 sets on him. He needs 1 more. It's a wrap. But we'll see, man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna come back for sure, Dion. For sure, man. Oh, Dr. Mellow Yellow, you can't ever come to a chat talking about slow motion videos, man. Can't ever talk about slow motion videos. can't talk about slow mo videos, man. And we don't care about net worth either. We don't care about it. And actually, I don't know. Manny Pacquiao is worth 50 million. I don't think he's got 5 times. It was 10 million. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, it is what it is, man. All right, y'all. Appreciate it, man. Y'all beefing in that live. I'll leave y'all loud to that, but I got to roll. And thanks everybody in the chat, man. We'll be back. And with that, I'm out. Peace.